Hi to everyone, welcome to Focal Academy. If you don't subscribe channel, please subscribe, like, share, thanks. In this class we are going to discuss about the amplifiers and their key parameters. Now what is the amplifier? So amplifier is one of the device. So it may be made with BJT components or FET components or op-amp components. So whatever the amplifier will be designed, so it will be activated with the D supply. So that process called as a biasing process. So you will get this information in next class complete about the biasing and the problems in biasing and the stability problems. Okay. Now here the amplifier is activated with DC power supply. So and we are going to give the one signal, that is AC signal, and we are getting the another AC signal as output, and this output is supplied to the load. So here the signal will be amplified. So the strength of the signal, so it may be power or current or voltage level. So this will be amplified. So this is the process of the amplifier and this is the functionality of the amplifier. Based on the input signal and output signal, the amplifiers are classified into four types. So let's see here what are that. If the input signal, suppose if the input signal is voltage signal, output signal also voltage signal, then it is called as voltage amplifier. If the input signal is current signal, output also current signal, then the type of amplifier is current amplifier. If the input signal is voltage signal but output signal is current signal, so then that type of amplifier is called as transconductance amplifier. If the input is current signal, output is voltage signal, it is called as transresistance amplifier. So these are the four types of amplifier classified based upon the input signals and output signals. What are the key parameters? So there are several key parameters are there for the designing of the amplifier. So in this class we are going to discuss some most relevant and important for the designing of the amplifier. So the first key parameter we are going to discuss about the gain. So what is the gain? So it is also called as amplifier gain or amplification factor. So it is used for the measure of the degree of signal has been strengthened. So this gain can be expressed in terms of current or power or voltage. So we have three types of gains are there. So that are voltage gain and current gain and power gain. So what is the voltage gain? So the ratios of the amplitudes of output voltage signal by input voltage signal. So that is called as V0 by Vi. So their amplitudes ratio is called as voltage gain. So similarly current gain is I0 by Ii. Okay. So this is the current gain, and power gain is output power by input power. So there are the ratio of amplitudes. So these are the three types of gains are there. The next key parameter is efficiency. So what is the efficiency? The efficiency for an amplifier is defined as the amount of RMS AC power at output to the ratio, means to the respect of to the input power supplied by the DC supply. So the DC source. So that is defined as, so here output power is P0 for AC signal and here input power is Pi for DC signal. Okay. So now efficiency is calculated as eta of naught percentage equal to P0 AC divided by Pi DC signal into 100. So AC signal output power and DC signal input power, the ratio into 100. So this is called as efficiency calculated for the amplifier. So for the amplifiers, the 100% efficiency is not possible. So due to Joule effect, no Joule effect. Okay. So some of the drops will going to take place at components. So there will be no 100% efficiency will not possible. The next key parameter is a class. What is the class? So before going to tell the discussing of the class, I am going to give one small example, one reality example. So in movies. So in movies we have the different types of grades are there. So A grade movies, B grade movies, C grade movies, like that. So how they are classified? Based upon the quality of information in the movies. So like that, based upon the amplifier efficiency, so the classes will be classified into four types. So there are four types of classes are there. So that is class A amplifier, class AB amplifier, class B amplifier, class A amplifier. Suppose this is the input signal. This is the input signal. So if the output in a class A amplifier, there is a complete 3 degrees of information will varies. So that it is a Class A amplifier. So that is we will get 3 stages of full cycle in Class A amplifier. In Class A AB amplifier we will get only between 180 to 3 degrees of the information from the input signal. So in Class B we will get 180 degrees. So exactly we will get the 180 degrees of information from the input signal. So that is called as Class B amplifier. So if we get the cycle less than 180 degrees, so that is called as Class A amplifier. So let's see in graphs for better understanding. So these are the graphs. So for this input signal, okay, if the output signal, this is the complete information there, 3 degrees, so it is called as a Class A amplifier. So only here we have 180 to 360 degrees. Okay, there is nothing complete information is there, but it exists 180 to 360. So it is called as Class AB. And here when you see here it is exactly 180 degrees complete information. Okay, it is called as Class B amplifier. By seeing this example, we have the less than 180. Okay, so there is no complete cycle. Some cycle will be here missing. Okay, so the amplitude is different. Okay, so it is called as Class A amplifier. The next key parameter is bandwidth. So what is the bandwidth? So the working abilities of the amplifier. So amplifier can work only in the certain range of the frequencies. Okay, let's see here. So it have the lower cutoff frequency and have higher cutoff frequency. Only certain pause band will be there, and here stop band is there, and here stop band is there. So the bandwidth can be calculated as higher cutoff frequency minus lower cutoff frequency. So we'll get the bandwidth of the amplifier. We have different types of amplifiers are there based upon the bandwidth, that is low pass amplifier, band pass amplifier, high pass amplifiers, wide band amplifier, narrow band amplifiers. Like that we have different types of classifications are there. So based upon the band. Okay, so this is the process of getting the bandwidth. The next key parameter is slew rate. So what is the slew rate? It is defined as the output voltage was going to change per every second. How much output voltage was going to change per every second, that is called as the slew rate. So it is represented as SR. So units are voltage per second. So output voltage was going to change. How much was going to change per every second? So that is called as a slew rate. So this is one of the important property for the studying of the amplifiers. In my next video, we will discuss about the amplifier design by using the BJT. So during the process of designing of amplifier by using BJT, and what are the methods are there, and what are the problems are there, like that all information we will discuss in this next video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe my channel. Don't forget to hit like the video. Thank you.